Emma stared at the silver key resting in her palm. It was small, cold to the touch. And somehow, she already knew one thing. The letter had been right. Every word so far had been right. Slowly, she picked up the page again. Her eyes moved to the final paragraph. The key opens a box. Emma swallowed. What box? She whispered. The letter continued. You've seen it before. You just don't remember. A chill ran through her. She hated how confidently the letter spoke. As though it knew her better than she knew herself. The next line was even worse. Ask your mother about the attic. Emma froze. The attic. Her childhood home had an attic. A place she hadn't visited in years. A place filled with old furniture, forgotten memories, and things nobody touched anymore. Suddenly her phone rang. Ryan. Her fiancé. Emma stared at the screen. For the first time in months, she hesitated before answering. Hey, birthday girl, Ryan said cheerfully. She forced a smile. Hey. You still coming tonight? Emma blinked. Tonight? Dinner with my parents. Right. She had forgotten. Ryan laughed. You okay? Yeah. No. She wasn't okay. Not even close. Or the letter. When the call ended, she grabbed her purse and drove directly to her mother's house. 3 hours later, she stood on the front porch. Her mother, Diane, opened the door. Emma. She smiled. Then immediately frowned. Honey, what's wrong? Emma held up the silver key. The color drained from Diane's face. Instantly. The reaction lasted less than a second. But Emma noticed. And that terrified her. Mom. Diane said nothing. Do you know what this is? The older woman stepped aside. Come in. They sat at the kitchen table. The same table where Emma had done homework as a child. The same table where her father used to drink coffee every morning. Diane stared at the key. Then finally spoke. Where did you find it? Emma's heart raced. Inside my old backpack. Diane closed her eyes. Almost as if she had expected this day to come. Mom. The older woman looked up. And for the first time Emma saw fear. Real fear. What aren't you telling me? Diane remained silent. Did you find the letter too? The room suddenly felt smaller. You knew about it? Her mother looked away. Which was answer enough. Mom. Still nothing. Mom. Finally, Diane whispered. I hoped you'd never find it. Emma stared. What is happening? Diane's eyes filled with tears. Some secrets stay buried for a reason. The answer only made things worse. Emma pulled the folded letter from her purse, placed it on the table, and pushed it toward her mother. Diane didn't even need to read it. She already knew every word. That realization frightened Emma more than anything. You knew. Diane nodded. You hid it. Who wrote it? Silence. Then. You did. Emma laughed. A nervous, disbelieving laugh. No. You did. No, I didn't. You did. The certainty in Diane's voice was unsettling. Emma shook her head. Mom, stop. Emma. No. She stood abruptly. The chair scraped loudly against the floor. That letter talks about Ryan. It talks about my future. It talks about things nobody could know. Diane looked exhausted, as though carrying a weight she'd borne for years. Then she whispered, You wrote it when you were 10. The words hit like a punch. 10. Emma stared, speechless, because it was impossible. Completely impossible. Her mother slowly stood, walked toward the hallway, and returned carrying a small cardboard box. Old. Dust-covered. Forgotten. Diane placed it on the table. Emma looked down. Written in faded marker were 3 words. Emma's important things. The handwriting was childish. Uneven. Yet strangely familiar. Slowly, Emma opened the box. Inside were dozens of memories. Friendship bracelets. School drawings. Birthday cards. Tiny treasures only a child would keep. Then she found something else. A notebook. Blue. Worn around the edges. Her old diary. Emma opened it. Page after page filled with childish handwriting. Stories. Dreams. Lists. Thoughts. And then she found a page that made her heart stop. The handwriting matched the letter. Perfectly. Not similar. Identical. Emma sat frozen. Her hands trembling. Because for the first time, the impossible suddenly seemed possible. The letter really had been written by her. Years ago. But why? And how could a 10-year-old girl know anything about her future? Her mother sat quietly across from her. Watching. Waiting. Finally, Emma turned another page. And discovered something even stranger. There was a date. A specific date. Written in red ink. The exact date of her 30th birthday. Today's date. Emma's pulse exploded. No. She whispered. Beneath the date were 7 words. 7 words written 20 years ago. 7 words that changed everything. If you're reading this, I was right. Emma felt cold. Ice cold. And suddenly she realized something. The letter wasn't the beginning of the mystery. It was only the first clue. Because somewhere inside that attic, there was another secret waiting. And according to her childhood diary, she had hidden it herself.